Hey guys, what is going on? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Triple H trying to sign huge AEW name, Matt Riddle AEW-Bound, WWE alter their blood policy, Kurt Angle returning, Wyatt 6 changing brands, plus much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, let's hit the intro and get on to our first story. Triple H trying to sign huge AEW name. Our top story today looks at the latest when it comes to Daniel Garcia potentially leaving AEW in favor of WWE. This week it was reported that Garcia had yet to sign a new AEW deal, and according to a new report from Ibu of Wrestle Purists, Triple H believes that Garcia is the next great technical wrestler, with comparisons to Bryan Danielson and Roderick Strong. This is a huge endorsement from the game, and it's evident that he's going to go all out, pun intended, on bringing Garcia into the fold. There have been rumors that Garcia would debut in the NXT brand if WWE successfully signed him, and whilst that would make sense, as a lot of the core WWE fan base wouldn't be aware of his work based on the game's stance on him, it's likely that this would be a short-lived run on the brand. Would you like to see Garcia sign for WWE? Let us know in the comments below. Matt Riddle AEW-bound? Matt Riddle hinted at a WWE return this week, but now Riddle has discussed conversations with Tony Khan, and during an interview with SI Takedown, Riddle stated that maybe fans will see him in AEW sooner rather than later. I wanted to step away, I just wanted to do indies. I know MLW works with New Japan works a lot with AEW. Maybe you'll see me on an AEW channel or broadcast sooner rather than later. Maybe you won't. I talked to Tony Khan. I don't know if he likes me. He seemed happy. I wrestled Zack Sabre Jr. in Chicago. He seemed cool about it. I don't know. When you meet me, I'm very sarcastic. But when I met him, I was like, oh, you like that match? But I said it in a different way, and he looked at me all confused, and I was like, never mind, dude. I just walked away. So that was my experience with that. AEW signing Riddle would be a bold move for the company. While there's no denying that Riddle is talented, he has a ton of baggage, and AEW should act with a level of caution should they decide to sign the original bro. WWE drastically alter their blood policy. It looks like WWE have drastically altered their policy when it comes to bloodshed. This year alone, numerous top WWE matches have featured blood, and this has come as a huge surprise, as blood was previously banned in WWE due to PG guidelines. Although blood has been seen on WWE programming throughout 2024, when it came to replays and official WWE photos, WWE would make the images black and white. This was done to hide the blood, yet this mandate has officially changed. WWE would upload photos of Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa from SmackDown, and in the photos, the blood on Rhodes is clearly visible, and the photos are without the black and white filter. There have been rumors that WWE will move away from the PG era as they transition over to Netflix next year, and the same goes for SmackDown on the USA Network, as this isn't the first time that USA Network have been okay with blood on their WWE-acquired programming in 2024. Exciting new matches added to Raw. WWE have confirmed some new matches for Raw tomorrow night. Bronson Reed will take on Braun Strowman in a highly anticipated rematch, and Dominic Mysterio will take on former Judgment Day stablemate Damian Priest. Also confirmed for the show is an appearance from CM Punk, who will be addressing his Bad Blood opponent, Drew McIntyre. Survivor Series doing mega business. Tickets for the annual Survivor Series event have only been on sale for a few days, yet early figures are showing that the show will likely sell out within a matter of weeks. According to the reliable source known as WrestleTix, WWE have already distributed over 15,000 tickets for the show. That's right, 15,000 in a matter of days. These are astronomical numbers, and they highlight how immensely popular the WWE brand is right now. WWE have managed to move 15,000 tickets in a few days despite not having a single match announced. While it's a given that one or two War Games matches occur on the show, it's not been made clear who is going to be in them. Logic would dictate that WWE deliver the Bloodline versus Bloodline feud inside War Games, and with Roman Reigns now being advertised for the event, this looks to be the most probable destination. Are Drew McIntyre and CM Punk really getting on? It's no secret that Drew McIntyre and CM Punk aren't exactly best friends. However, in a recent interview with PW Insider, McIntyre would directly comment on Punk, and the former WWE champion would go as far as calling Punk professional. I mean, if I had a chance to really think about it initially, I was pretty annoyed that CM Punk returned to WWE. But I understand business and I understand why it was done, but I found it interesting that everybody started going, oh, it's obviously going to be this, or it's obviously going to be this guy. I was sitting there thinking, there's a lot of real history here and a lot of real feelings I've got, and if I get the opportunity, I know we could tell the most compelling story of all, because no matter my real feelings, I'm still a professional, you know? He's still a professional, and we've been given the platform to show the world what we can truly do creatively. The two foes are set to finish their rivalry inside Hell in a Cell next month at Bad Blood. SmackDown match cut due to time constraints. Whilst this week's SmackDown received rave reviews from fans, there was some criticism directed at the lack of time given to the Michin vs. Piper Niven match. It has now been confirmed that time was cut from the match due to time constraints. According to Fightful Select, it was reported that the singles match between Michin and Niven was originally planned to be longer, yet as they always do, WWE had to adjust their schedule when segments and matches went over. Michin and Niven were given just 2 minutes on the show, and this is 2024 WWE we're talking about, so there's no excuse for women to be having matches that short on the show. Nick Aldis taking on more responsibility? Nick Aldis has been cemented in his role as SmackDown General Manager for some time now, and Aldis has done exceptionally well in the role. Interestingly, whilst Aldis still appears on camera every week on SmackDown, he is still pulling double duty, as Fightful Select is reporting that this week Aldis produced a dark match for SmackDown, and he even produced a match for WWE Speed. Aldis' WWE deal must be similar to that which Raw General Manager Adam Pearce has signed, as Pearce, as well as being Raw General Manager, also works as a producer on the main roster. Kurt Angle returning to WWE? WWE legend Kurt Angle is open to returning to WWE in a managerial role. The former WWE champion appeared at KNS WrestleFest for a virtual signing, and according to Angle, he would be interested in managing American Made on the main roster. If the money was right, I'd come back to manage a faction. The spot matters too. Yeah, definitely. I think Chad and his gang he has right now, that would be a great idea. I wouldn't mind doing a spot here and there. Are WWE names fighting over PLE spots? WWE's move towards 5 matches on every PLE card hasn't gone down well with fans. Fans believe that this simply isn't enough matches for major events, and now one of WWE's top stars has chimed in on the subject. Speaking on the Masked Man show, Bianca Belair revealed that it's a dog-eat-dog world, and so many talents want to be featured on the PLE match cards. I want to be on as many PLEs as possible, but at the same time, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and so many people, so many talents that want to be on these PLEs, and there's not a lot of matches right now. So I don't take offense to it when we aren't on them. But I just know I'm rooting for the girls when it's their turn on it, because I know it's gonna be our turn. We're gonna want them to root for us, so we're just gonna keep doing our thing and take these titles to as many places as possible. There is speculation online that WWE may change this 5-match formula, especially in the wake of criticism, as well as Raw moving to a 2-hour format next month. Triple H liked to stack Raw with major title matches on the go-home editions of the Red brand, yet with Raw losing an hour, this will now be more difficult. Are the Wyatt 6 changing brands? Our final story today looks at the sheer possibility of the Wyatt 6 faction changing brands. Since their main roster debut, the Wyatt 6 faction have predominantly been featured on the Raw brand. However, after this week's SmackDown, there is speculation that the talented faction could soon be showing up on the Blue brand. During this week's edition of SmackDown on USA, the Wyatt 6 logo could be seen behind SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, as well as Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. This is interesting because this could be implying that the Wyatt 6 are coming for Cargill and Belair, and possibly the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. The issue with this, of course, is that the faction currently only has one woman attached to it, that being Nikki Cross. Could it be that this is hinting that another woman will be joining the Wyatt 6? Fans on X are already fantasy booking the idea of Alexa Bliss joining the faction, and after all, Bliss has established history with the Wyatt name, and she even previously won the tag team titles with Cross, so it's not that much of a reach. There you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time, back for some more wrestling content.